Hello ladies and gents, Bushman here, and welcome back to a more in-depth look at the ancient city, and we'll be talking about some changes made to the game in recent updates. The video I posted the other day was quite rushed, but I wanted to show you guys how to loot the windmill monuments, as there is a chance to get tablets from these. That being said, ladies and gents, let's not beat about the bush and jump straight into the video. So what an absolutely stunning map this is, and it was honestly a pleasure to explore the ancient city. This map is an event map and works the same as the iron tiles. They will last for just 2 hours when activated, and the main goal will be to bring flots onto the map and find the traders that sell the strong boxes, which are normally only available every 6 hours and can be acquired by winning an auction for them on the normal maps. Whilst looking around the map for the traders, there are plenty of other structures, wreckage and Rupu camps that can be looted, and going by my experience so far, they do drop more interesting items than normal, such as modules, weapons and armor. However, this might be down to luck. And of course, you want to be looting the windmill sites for a chance to get the tablets, but they also drop fragments and modules in various quantities. Apart from acquiring some rare loot and appreciating the stunning scenery, it is missing something in my opinion, and going back to my video about the lava maps, some new PvE elements would go a long way on this map. Some new hard creatures to fight, a boss spawning in the centre, or even just an ancient chest where players have to battle it out to gain access to some unusual rewards. I do have a feeling we'll see a lot more elements like this in the near future as the game progresses in development. But as I've said before, the world of Last Oasis is unique, but players alone don't make it come to life. It is missing some PvE elements. I would like to point out I'm not a PvE player at heart, but when the fighting stops with other players, you're not left with many other engaging options other than to work towards the next fight by farming materials and crafting. Now ladies and gents, let's move on to some recent changes to core mechanics in the game, and I'm going to start with quite an important one to me as someone who really enjoys base building. In quite an unexpected move, the developers have now added a maintenance chest to the game, which means any on-map base made of any material will start to decay if you do not place a maintenance chest and fill it with the required materials. It works exactly the same way as a tool cupboard does in Rust, so what are the pros and cons of this change, and what impact does it have on the world? Well, let's start with the pros. Proxy boxing is now more undesirable as it will cost a significant amount in resources. Blocking of access to high quality materials will also be undesirable for the same reason. FPS stability, as it will stop clans building huge cities and compounds, which was actually nice to see, but in terms of the performance effect it has on the game, it's definitely a pro. Reduces map clutter from inactive players, which in turn increases server stability, and stops people placing foundations around proxies and structures to block people from building. The only con I could think of was that it makes base building for solos and small groups who want to live on the map undesirable, and may force people back to living and crafting in the L zone. Now, in this instance, the pros far outweigh the one con I could think of for this change, but please don't be too put off by this, as small compact bases are even more possible now due to the change in stack counts in small, medium, large and gigantic boxes. They now hold so much more materials, and a small base hidden in the hills or woods will not cost you too much to maintain. We have also seen a change in ways you can move around the world, and it's now extremely restricted. If you naked spawn to another tile, it will now cost flots, and you will be restricted from spawning on beds and walkers for 15 minutes. In addition, you can only spawn on a walker if you have selected it as a respawn point first. So if you have a friend in trouble on another map, it will be extremely difficult to get to him, but this change is also a great change for solo PvP players. If you decide you want to target a clan player and have a fair 1 versus 1 fight, he can't just call on his clanmates to spawn on the ship to assist with the fight, unless his clanmates just so happen to be binded to that ship, which is highly unlikely. This helps the Zergan issue in a huge way and means large groups need to be far more organised and roam together. Another very positive change in Beta Branch is the combat tagging of walkers. No more can you just be shot at with 1 bolt and be combat tagged for 5 minutes, or have a griefer tag your stations to keep you tagged until his friends arrive. The combat timer has been drastically reduced and needs to take consecutive damage to stay tagged. This is a fantastic change for the solo player or farmer, as it makes escapes a lot easier if you are outnumbered, especially when being chased in the desert when entering a map. One downside to this though is it makes it even more appealing to craft in the logout zone on your walker, as even if you get caught out now, it increases your chances of escape. Moving on to another change then is walker repairs, which balances out the combat tagging for walker combat. Wings and legs can be repaired or replaced, so tactical retreats to repair and resupply are a lot easier. However, if you have taken hull damage to your walker, whilst you are able to repair it when the combat tag ends, it repairs over time, so if you're going to engage again after the repairs, be sure your hull can withstand the punishment it may endure, as you could see your walker opened or even zeroed during a fight due to the hull now taking significant damage from both fire ammo and normal bolts and darts. These changes seem quite overwhelming, but trust me ladies and gents, there has been plenty more. The devs are experimenting like crazy on the Beta Branch, and love it or hate it, it's fantastic to see. They are watching closely to players' reactions and concerns with the changes, so now more than ever we need more of you out there to jump in and share your experiences. As most of you know, I play in a clan now, but I do spend a lot of time solo in the game, and due to these changes I'm a lot more confident taking fights with players who are also part of a clan roaming around the world, and I also find that players in a clan won't attack me as often as I'd normally see, because if they get into any difficulty they can't ask for assistance. In general, ladies and gents, we are seeing some very positive changes and more of a focus towards solo and small group play rather than large clan and Zerg mentality, which is very positive for the game. That's all from me for now, but I will try and keep you updated as much as possible. There's still tons of changes I haven't mentioned, but these are the more prominent changes in the Beta Branch. It's pretty much confirmed that shields will be coming very soon, and it's also rumoured that some significant changes will be coming to melee mechanics, which will certainly freshen things up a bit for new or returning players entering the game. All that being said, very exciting times ahead for Last Oasis, and if you're observing from a distance, I hope to see you back soon. If you enjoyed the video, please consider subscribing, as it really helps me build the channel, and don't forget to leave a like and comment. Thanks very much for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.
What fights going on, man?
It's the talk of the town.
A bunch of